Thursday, October 4th. Coming up live on The View, Charm star Alyssa Milano is telling the ladies why one man just ain't enough for her.
At the ripe old age of 11, Alyssa Milano showed us on TV Who's the Boss. But now she's all grown up and still casting a spell on viewers as a good witch on the hit show Charmed. Take a look.
Okay. Now what? Nicely done.
Maybe she can do it here. Please welcome Alyssa Milano.
Thank you very much. Hello. Hi, everybody. Hi.
Alyssa, ever put your foot in your mouth? Ever say anything you wish you hadn't said?
They actually just asked me that question backstage, and the only thing that I can think of, which came back to bite me for many years afterwards, was in a men's magazine, I said that I garden topless. Not because I actually do, but because I was so bored of hearing myself talk. I was like, I wonder if I say this, if it'll get in. And it got in, and still to this day, that was like 4 years ago, and still to this day, I actually just came clean and said it was a lie about 2 months ago.
Yeah, you don't even garden, right?
No.
I do garden. I like to garden. I love to garden.
The rumor is that not that you were topless, it was that you were completely naked,
right?
Oh, is that the rumor?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
That's a good way to garden. That'll get you a lot of things.
I think it's hard. You know, you try to do your best and represent yourself in a way that's descriptive of who you are, but sometimes things get in the way.
Well, you see, if you were a real witch,
yes,
you could have cleaned that up.
Don't look at me. Right at me.
It's like if you were a real witch.
So this is the 7th season of Charm, so it's having a charm.
Amazing.
And you are Phoebe, one of 3 sisters who have these magical powers, and which we all wish we had. So if you really did have them, what would you do with it?
That's a good question. I think I would have a magic wand and be able to fly up above the planet and just point it and say peace.
Oh boy,
over the world.
You're really a
Would be nice.
That's what I would like.
Really adorable. I think I'm just recently getting hooked on it too, and I know that Nick Lachey is now in this season playing your love interest.
Yeah, that's a hard job for me.
Yeah, tough, really tough. I feel very bad for you, Alyssa. Now, but I hear that he made a confession to you before you started filming.
He was so cute. I went to work, and his first day of work, he came over to me. He didn't even say good morning or anything. He said, I have to tell you, I had posters of you in my locker, and I had the biggest crush on you, and I just wanted to tell you now, because I know you're going to find out. Like, I would talk to one of his high school friends. I know you're going to find out. And it was really sweet. He was very, very nice, amazing guy, and a good actor. He did a really nice job.
Yeah, I thought he did a really good job.
Well, you know, interestingly enough,
Wasn't he married to Jessica Simpson?
He still is.
Oh, but I mean, he was looking at I can't keep up. I can't keep up.
Did she mind? Was she delighted with his confession that you're the one he's really had a hankering for?
I thought she would be around a lot more, but she didn't even come to the set, so I'm sure she was okay with him being there.
Yeah, and she's busy too.
There are a lot of boys, young men, that have pictures of you in their lockers right now, actually.
Gardening.
Because I read that you've done now 3 covers of FHM magazine, men's magazine, and you're the sex symbol. And one of them, Alyssa, sold over 600,000 copies. Yeah. Which makes you #1. Just which makes you, I think that makes your cover #1.
Wow, that's incredible. Yeah, I try not to think about that stuff. It's really, when you start thinking about the sex symbol thing, it makes you uncomfortable.
Are you fully clothed all the time in those pictures?
Yeah, well, their version of fully clothed.
Yeah. Speaking of fully clothed, you know, she played Amy Fisher in the film about her, who has a book out now. She's completely changed her life, and she's coming on the View tomorrow. And I was just wondering what your take on all that is. How do you think she's doing?
It's interesting because I did the version from the Botafuco's point of view, so they portrayed Amy as being really psycho. So
The fact that she
shot a woman in the head.
Yeah, so clearly she wasn't a little psycho.
People make mistakes.
Yeah. It's the heat of the moment, right?
For nothing, and then you end up writing a book and making a lot of money.
She also served time.
Yeah.
She served time. She did.
So now wait a minute. I want to get to something. I saw when you walked out here. You had your photo. You have your camera with you.
That's not a camera.
Tell me what it is.
That's the UNICEF box.
This is the UNICEF box. Well, I know.
And it's that time of year.
But I actually was going to ask because you're now the ambassador.
I'm a national ambassador for
Fantastic.
UNICEF, and I'm their spokesperson for the Trick or Treat campaign this year, which started out in 1950 with a bunch of kids with a milk carton collecting money for children in need, and they were able to raise $17. And since then, they've raised $123 million.
But you called them and volunteered because of your own experience. You're not just an actress that they picked up and said, she's famous, let's do it.
I lived in South Africa for 3 months when I was 27 years old and had such an amazing experience and volunteered in a children's hospital in a township. And when I came back, I had such a hard time. It was kind of like postpartum. Actually, I had such a hard time assimilating what I had learned about myself there and the person that I had to be here. And I needed an outlet, so I contacted UNICEF and asked them to please let me work for you.
You brought us some film today, didn't you? Didn't you bring us
I
some?
brought some footage from my first field trip as an ambassador. I went to Angola. That's me dancing. Oh. They do this incredible theater because there's no television or communication systems, so they do theater to teach kids about landmines.
Did you take this over from Angelina Jolie?
No, she's actually UN.
She's UN instead of.
I'm with
As
UNICEF.
many people as
That's
possible
one of the
to get involved.
Yeah, the minefields.
No.
And this little boy actually walked his sister 10 miles to come to the nutrition center to get her food.
And it's amazing how little money it takes to feed and clothe these kids when you talk about it.
$1 will get a children vaccinated from polio, and $2 will give them vitamin A capsules, 66 kids, so that they don't get blindness.
So, Alyssa, people will come to the doors with this, or there are places where...
Kids, candy, and the great thing is now you can just put the money right into the Coinstar machine in the supermarket and directly donate it right to
It's a great organization.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Alyssa.
Yeah.
Thank you for the fact that you're doing this and
it's
using
my
your
pleasure.
own,
Thank you for
your
letting
own
me talk
fame
about
to do it, and thank you for
you.
being an adorable guest with us.
you.
And in return, we will tell people that Charmed, is Sunday nights, and you just check your local listings. Thank you.